Today we're gonna cram as many things onto this bike as we possibly can, and this was requested by you. Build a bike with all your weird products. We've reviewed hundreds of products in these videos. Not all of them install on bikes, but the ones that do, dang it, we're gonna put it on this bike. So let's start tearing it apart. Let's kick it off with the raised reversed stem. We kind of made fun of this a little bit when it first came out, and a lot of people did, but you know what? The industry's catching on. They're building geometry that's more like this now, and you see professional racers actually running these. So cool to see a homegrown company made by one guy kind of taking off and really influencing things. So it's a crazy tall stem. It looks insane, but if you watch the video that we originally did on this, I explained the geometry, but a lot of people chimed in to draw distinctions between this and dirt bikes and really kind of legitimize it. A lot of people are thinking this way and know that this is what they need. This is not just some dumb random idea. This can give you real performance gains, especially on descents. These are sold by Be More Bikes and they're over $400, but for a lot of people, they're worth it. And for the stem cap that is gonna hold this thing on, I'm installing a stem captain. The stem captain is a clock. Looks super classy, looks a little bit nautical, and it just fits on the top of any stem. It's been sitting there waiting for me to use it for something just like this. I guess I'm gonna need to figure out what battery this takes, but moving on to the handlebars. We've got real bamboo handlebars from Pasteur. These are expensive. They're something like $500 at one point, and they're actually really good. There's tons of compliance. Probably don't want to use them for mountain biking, but for a bike around town, man, they are super comfortable, beautiful, and definitely going on this bike. And we'll try 4 Newton meters on these. I'm realizing now that like, this is so high, I don't even know if the cables are gonna reach. And I'm gonna test this bike. We're gonna take it through the pea gravel pit and some other things. And so we gotta make it work. There are way more accessories we have to put up there, but for a moment, we're gonna move back to the seat. I have this suspension seat post adapter that was $9.99, I think on Walmart.com. I think we decided it was not good, but it's going on. And then we have the torquing saddle. I forgot what we actually coined this. I mean, some person in the comments called it the Nutcrusher 4000. We concluded that it's a $140 useless, ridiculous thing that doesn't work. It doesn't even do what it's supposed to do, but it's going on the bike. This is truly one of the most confounding products, but when I saw it, I had to order it. Somebody sent it to me, I think it was Daniel. He said, look at this thing, and I said, Clik, I am buying that. And now it's even better, so 140 and then only 10 bucks for this. That's a pretty good value, $150, and you have a completely unrideable bike. So now down at the bottle cage, we are installing 3 products at the same time because they all attach to the same bolt. So the bottle cage is gonna get replaced with the growler grabber. I don't even think I have anything to put in it. I'm not like a beer drinker, but it's a bottle cage for a growler. It's huge. It's bigger than an Nalgene bottle. You could put like, I don't know, a can of gasoline or something in this thing. And then beneath it, I've got the Hooten Hauler. And the Hooten Hauler is an interface designed by Wheels Manufacturing where you can 3D model and make whatever you want to put on the bike. And people were really excited about this. Yeah, it's small, there's not much to it, it costs you $15 to buy, but it's a really nice gesture from a bike company that's putting something out there, an interface that everybody can adopt and make custom things for their bike. In an age where everybody's making apps and trying to lock you into an ecosystem, they're doing something open source. And then on the other side, a first aid kit, a mend it kit, the mountain bike kicker. This attaches on, and then in the rare event that you need it, you just snap it off, and it's got a bunch of really useful things inside of it. You can even use the mount itself as a finger splint because it has these little Velcro straps and a flexible base. We've already run into one problem with our growler grabber. It actually intersects the seat tube over here, and so, I don't know, we're gonna try and put something in it. But what is gonna fit, this is something I made for the Hooten Hauler. I was really excited to like model something for this open source product. It's a hard-boiled egg holder. Okay, we are just running into problem after problem here. My hard-boiled egg holder doesn't look like it's gonna really work The Hoot and Hauler's holding up great, but the hard-boiled egg holder, yeah, we're gonna have to leave that off. Okay, so now we're removing these old style pedals with toe clips and installing SPD pedals because I want to put the mouse traps on there. The mouse traps are these adapters from Redshift that allow you to turn your clipless pedals into flat pedals in just a moment's notice. And so these are really small, they attach together with magnets, and I was really fond of them. I think it's a really cool product, and there are other solutions like it, but I think this was really elegant. They're colorful, they're cool, and so they're going on the Weird Product bike. These Redshift mouse traps are $59.99, which is like as much as a pedal. But as we kind of decided in the last video, there's not a lot out there as good as it that's like it. And so until competitors start making something better, it's a pretty reasonable value. So next, in order to carry some stuff, we need to put this luggage rack on it from Aero. These were like $169, and there's all sorts of accessories, and they're made for people that want to carry all sorts of things on their mountain bike that doesn't actually have luggage mounting points. It's crazy how these bike packing mountain bike setups, especially on e-bikes, are becoming super popular this year. I think Rivian came up with some version of it. Specialized has their own version coming out. It's really getting popular and honestly, pretty cool to see. But this thing will turn just about any mountain bike, even full suspension, into a luggage carrying bike, whether it has a motor or not. And so this is going on the bike. I think I have an idea. So the growler grabber, this thing, it's a problem and we don't have anything to put in it, but I do have the can claw. This is a water bottle cage, 3D printed to hold a can, and it's really good. We tested it. You can like ride hard, and so we'll put that right there. Problem solved. Okay, we are far from done up at the handlebars. We have a variety of things. Sorry about that, Curtis. We have a variety of things that we're gonna put up there. This still has charge in it. It's made by a company called Loud Bicycle. It's a Loud Bicycle horn. I'm gonna honk it. 1, 2, 3. It sounds like a car horn. It's so cool. It's so big. It's so heavy. It's so ridiculous. I really hope people are buying these. It's $179, but it is substantial. And so it is absolutely going on this bicycle. Maybe you've noticed by now that I still haven't put the shifter back on because it actually can't reach, but my 3D print is done, and so we're gonna solve that. Ha ha. Did this while I was working on the bike. See, we got a little bar clamp and then an adapter that's gonna move it down. Man, technology. And I don't know what we would have done without engineering that 3D printed part because, you know, cutting a slightly longer cable for right here would have been an insurmountable task. Not done with the handlebars yet. We have, timber. This is that bell that you turn on and it just rings as you're riding the bike. Like you go over bumps and it's just making ringing sounds to warn wildlife and people that you're around. And I had decided that this is a pretty good product. I think it was about 30 bucks or something like that. And it does what it says. People ride around with bear bells attached to their backpacks out in Pisgah National Forest in DuPont. We have black bears and deer and all sorts of different characters that can be out on the trail. And so this is definitely going up here on these bamboo handlebars. Okay, looking pretty tidy up here. Grips. Oh, we have grips. You remember these? Heated grips. It's July, but I'm still gonna put the heated grips on here. We're gonna need a USB power bank for them. We have that covered. Now, when I tested these, I eventually figured out they take super, super long to heat up. But if you were to like cover them and keep your hands on them while riding, it would actually hold some of the heat in and they would produce meaningful heat. Like these would actually work. I don't know how practical they actually are. You probably just wanna go on Amazon and get some heated gloves or something like that, but heated grips in July. We're gonna put them on this bike. These were pretty tight. I do remember that. There we go. Heated grips. Perfect. So next we have two products. We're gonna start with the Flex Tail. This is a tail light that is also a pump. I really like this product. It's got decent battery life, and I even have my Clik head on here so that I can pump up Clik valves. But this bike doesn't have Clik valves. We're gonna solve that problem too. I think when I shot the video, this was $59.99. I think it might be more expensive now, but try to find it for $60. So I'm gonna take a moment for a sponsored by me segment. I'm part owner of Clik. We are making valves better. These happen to be Schrader valves, and Clik valves are really meant to solve the Presta problem. Schrader valves aren't that bad. But basically, you screw these little things onto these Schrader valves, and then it is perfectly compatible with Clik pumps, and all you have to do is push the head on, pop, pull it back off. There are other benefits to Clik valves, but to me, the biggest problem they solve is just how much Presta valves suck to actually use. Now, of course, I could take the tires off and put a Clik inner tube on the bike, but that's no fun. We're trying to stick stuff on the bike and make it more complicated. And then every single Clik product just snaps on and just pulls off, and it's backwards compatible with Presta. You won't be left stranded. Okay, we still have a few things we have to put on this bike. Miles wide sticky fingers. These are real popular. They're like grips for your brake levers. Don't knock it till you try it. It feels a lot better than you might think. I like to spray a little alcohol inside them so that they slide on, and then the alcohol dries up in a few minutes. So, easier to get onto your brake lever. Next, the Spokester. You just clip this to your bike and it makes it sound like a two-stroke. It's like 10 bucks. Who could be mad at that? Next, kids ride shotgun. It's like a little kid seat that can go on the bike, and it comes with little handlebars. Probably gonna have to make some adjustments up there to get this all to fit. I end up using the Mac Ride. I like that one better, but a lot of people prefer the kids ride shotgun. Cool product, lets your kid ride right on the bike in front of you. This is a tight operation here now. I might have to rethink some of these handlebar accessories and their placement, but we're gonna make this work. We're almost there. I'm running out of space on the handlebars. I have another set of handlebars. That's the answer. This is getting gnarly. Okay. We've got finishing touches to do. Okay, so I'm gonna load up the storage here. Always need one of these with you when you're traveling out into the yard to test the bike. We've got a Comet retractable toe strap. This actually gets heavy use for me. This is one of my favorite products, so it's going in the bag here. I have these walkie-talkie glasses we reviewed in the last video. They're coming with us. And then, in case we have to do something that the you-know-what kit can't handle, this is actually like a shovel with like little granules and stuff. You can like bury your poop if you have to go in the woods. I reviewed this in another video. Oh, we need power for the heated grips, so we're gonna put my USB power bank in there. What have we created? Had I known this would be the result, I wouldn't have permitted it to live. Anybody wanna take bets on what this weighs? I guess there's lots of places I could hang this from. Okay. 43 pounds, 5 ounces? That's less than most e-bikes. That's pretty good. And I bet your e-bike doesn't have heated grips. Let's go full send. So before I try to ride this through the pea gravel pit, can I even ride it at all? I tried to. Okay, so we have our suspension seat with the Nutcrusher 5000. Okay. Oh, the grips are so hot. They've been plugged in for a few minutes now and they're nice and warm, which is great because it's like 95% humidity right now. Okay. Whoa, it feels freaky with the seat like mushing down. Why do I feel like I can't? I almost can't ride it because of the Nutcrusher seat and everything. It's really throwing me off. I gotta try and ignore it. I thought this was gonna be like easy, like it's just a bike with a lot of stuff on it. I mean, once you get it going, it's good, and with the raised reverse stem, It's actually super comfortable. But the Nutcrusher seat is just staying in position and not moving like it did in our last test. I would love to test the shotgun seat, but I'm not going to endanger my kids like that. Oh, this is so sick. All right, we gotta test this thing. We gotta try it in the pea gravel pit. I know, I left things out. There are other things we could put on this bike, but the reality is, I don't have everything that I've reviewed. Some of it got thrown away, lost, given away. Some of it I've installed on bikes I've restored, and some of it I've given away to friends. And so this is the stuff I could find that could actually fit on the bike. We've also reviewed a lot of backpacks and tools and things like that that you can't actually install. Let's see if I can pedal this up to the pea gravel pit. Between the bamboo handlebars and this whole situation right here, there's just so much compliance. I can't even feel out the bike. It's crazy. It's like I'm riding a noodle. Okay. Oh, we're in business. Oh, I'm trying to get my foot on the mousetrap. I am not exaggerating, like, how crazy this thing is. Like, especially the, like, torque saddle and everything. I can barely ride this thing. Okay, I'm gonna try and pedal this through the pea gravel pit. I can barely even keep the bike up, and these heated grips are killing me. I should probably turn them off, but here goes. Oh. Ah. All right, I got a little bit too ambitious. We're definitely gonna have to turn off the heated grips if this is gonna work. And probably disconnecting this tent would help. Let's give this another go. Slippery wood. Oh yeah, no problem. Like butter. I gotta say, this is like one of the most compliant bicycles. Like, it's more cushy than a full suspension bike. Like, pedaling it around, you got the front fork, you got the handlebars, you have the torque saddle, you have the, like, this is one of the most, this is harder than the reverse steering bike. This is absolutely ridiculous, but the funniest part about it is that some people's bikes actually look like this. I encounter them all over the place. Sometimes it's you guys. Sometimes it's somebody who's like a super fan and they do buy all the accessories and they try and bolt it onto their bikes. And that's my kind of person. If you're having fun with your bike, that's a good thing. And I think we accomplished that today. We had a lot of fun. If you're watching this video and you haven't seen my product review videos, definitely check them out. They're super fun. They're not super serious and pretentious, talking about this thing is this many grams lighter. We just have fun. We look at weird products. Thank you for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.